One thing that we all know or hear pretty consistently is how important the posterior chain is. So posterior chain, if you're thinking everything along the back side of the body, typically we want to improve strength through this area because we're very anterior dominant, quad dominant. Again, a lot of people want to focus on abdominals, biceps, but we tend to typically neglect a lot through the back, whether it's hamstring, glute, again, all the extensors through the upper back there. So one exercise that I found that really helps target those things, it does have to be progressed to properly because it's not a simple exercise to execute, but you'll see tons of value. If you can do a single leg Romanian deadlift or single leg straight leg deadlift effectively using some kind of weight, you can go ahead and do this movement. So make sure you're working on that single leg RDL first. Why I also like this opposite arm and leg and building that cross connection between left shoulder, right hip, or vice versa is very good from a neurological standpoint. So if I'm standing here on my left leg, I'm going to stretch this band quite a bit to get started. Again, a little easier if you're using a cable column, but obviously for my purpose here, I'm going to use this band. So here, small bend in the knee. I'm going to go into that single leg RDL, let my arm reach out in front here. So that band is going to, see that's what's harder with the band, you got to find the right position. Band's going to want to pull me forward. I'm going to drive up through the hip at the top. I'm going to row. So if you notice, with that pull, pulling me anteriorly or forward, all these muscles around the backside of my body have to fire to maintain my position, because if those muscles aren't firing, I'm losing my position and I'm going forward. So I feel a lot through the bottom of the foot, the calf, the hamstring, the glute, all the way up through the spinal erectors. So this is a very good movement just to teach how to recruit these muscles properly, get them firing, because we'll see a lot of benefit if we really involve that posterior chain. So here, just to show you a couple reps. Control, balance, drive through the hip, row. Okay, so tons of hip strength, single leg stability. We got that cross pattern going on. My left shoulder is working with my right hip. And I'm developing tons of posterior chain strength and control. So that's an exercise. Again, progress to that properly. I think a lot of the runners, triathletes, will definitely benefit from that movement, again, if you're doing it properly. So make sure you take your time, work your way up to that, because it is such a great exercise to work on.